What's going on, YouTube? It's No Chance, and I am back for another commentary, and we are about to face off against the Minnesota Vikings, who has Adrian Peterson closing in on the rushing record again. So that's definitely somebody we'll have to watch out for going into this Week 16 matchup. We are 11-3 going into this game, and we have to win this game if we want to be sure to be able to fight for a first round bye next week. So we have to win out if we want the first round bye, because right there behind us are the Broncos and the Ravens. So we really have to win these games. Okay, so we're going to be playing at Paul Brown Stadium. Of course, we are playing in cold conditions, so maybe you guys will see me pounding the ball a little bit more, especially going into the playoffs. We've locked up a playoff berth, by the way. But we have to win, like I said, win out to get the first round bye in division leadership. But like I said, in these late season matchups, you guys can expect me to run the ball. But if it gets shut down, you guys know I will not continue to run it if I am getting shut down. Okay, but yeah, going into these games, I definitely want to run the ball a little bit more, not give Andy Dalton chances to turn it over, because in the last few weeks, you know, he's been turning the ball over a lot. You know, a lot of interceptions. Last week he threw one to basically end the Bengals' hope at winning this game. But you guys see, Trevor Warren just lays that guy out. I don't know if you guys saw it, but if you didn't, rewind it really fast. It's just like 15 seconds ago. Just look at that play. But here we are on 3rd down and 8, and Andy Dalton will turn it over again. I was just talking about how he needs to take more care of the ball. He throws interceptions. He fumbles a lot, but I have come to the realization that I am only going to get a QB in the late rounds. I will not be getting rid of Andy Dalton. You know, I may bring in that person. I run right past him on that play. Wow. And then he's going to taunt on his way to the end zone. But like I said, I'm going to get a quarterback in the late rounds. I'm not going to get one in the early rounds, because I don't want to have some guy sitting behind Andy Dalton, and he's young. Andy Dalton is young. It's not like we have an aging quarterback like Peyton Manning or something, and we could draft a QB to learn from Manning. You know, we're in a good situation. We have a young quarterback who can get even better. You know, so I think we're just going to try to develop Andy Dalton. As like I said before, he's going to finish this season at a 90 overall. You know, and being real, the mistakes that he makes are my fault, except for the fumbles. And maybe the deep balls, he could get better. He can get better with the deep balls, because AJ Green is great downfield, beating coverage, and so is Andrew Hawkins. You know, so he has to get his deep ball a lot better. He has to develop that over the years. And I will bring in a quarterback, like I said, in the 6th round, or maybe the 5th, maybe even 4th. But I throw an interception right there in the end zone, and that has become all too familiar for Andy Dalton these last few days. Last week he threw one in the end zone to Ryan Clark, and then threw one to seal the game for us versus the Steelers. And look at Reggie Nelson tackling Corey Darrell and Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson counts for 2 people himself, so he really tackled 3 people on that play. But we are down, and now the Vikings are driving on us, and we're going to get into commentating this now, as Matt Castle, who has taken the starting job from Christian Ponder, what seems like was in the preseason, because if you guys remember in the beginning of the video, Christian Ponder didn't really have any stats, so that would lead me to believe that Matt Castle was starting all season. And it hasn't really been a terrible decision, as they are fighting for a playoff spot at 8-6 at this point in the season. So we really have to get this win. I mean, both teams are fighting for playoff implications right now. You know, they really want to get in. They really need to get this so that they can go 10-6 if they can win this game and the final game of the season. But we're going to go to Andrew Hawkins, getting down to the 20-yard line, but they call it incomplete. And we're going to take a look at the replay. 1, 2, 3 foot. You know, 1, 2, 3. I don't even know. I lost count. He has enough feet in there, but they call it incomplete. And I just don't understand that. But we're going to hit Eric Deck, and they're going to take one last shot at the end zone. And between the safeties is Tyler Eifert, and Andy Dalton redeems himself from that early interception, throwing it to the other team last time they got down there, and then instead pass it to his rookie Tyler Eifert, who has been playing great. And now we're going to go into the half, and we have not been running the ball at all, and we hold a 3-point deficit right now. Matt Castle standing in the pocket, gonna be hit hard by Geno Atkins unrestricted free agent, going into this offseason. And then they're going to hand it off to Adrian Peterson, and he will get a minimal gain. And Castle standing strong in the pocket. Pressure came at the last second. He's going to find a wide open Jerome Simpson. And a lot of you guys may remember him when he was playing for the Bengals and he did that crazy flip touchdown on the Cardinals. I remember watching that game. That was a great play. I jumped out of my seat. Everybody thought that was one of the best plays of the year, if not the best play of the year, because he actually stayed on his feet and stuck the landing. And there he is again, terrorizing his former team, getting another first down, and that's his third reception for 57 yards. And we are shutting down Adrian Peterson right now, but it's the Vikings pass game that is hurting us. And as you guys see, Adrian Peterson hurts us catching the ball for a gain of 23 yards on that one. And second down and 10, they're going to find Ellison wide open, juking a couple of players and breaking a few tackles, getting into the end zone to increase their lead to 10. Andy Dalton needing to respond, going to go to Eric Decker, who breaks a tackle, and no one out in front of him. He just has to dodge these few tackles, and that's exactly what he does. And Andy Dalton and Eric Decker and the Bengals offense responds to their touchdown with a touchdown of their own. A lot of yards after the catch, breaking that one tackle, sprung him loose, and he was able to get the touchdown. Eric Decker has been playing very well here late in the season, but wait until he gets a whole offseason working with this team. We're going to be bringing in a new offense next year that will probably let him flourish. As you guys see, James Harrison tackles Adrian Peterson in the backfield, and that will give the Bengals the ball back with a chance to tie or take the lead. But back to Eric Decker very briefly. Once he gets a whole new role in this offense, I feel like he'll be even better. We may use him like Wes Welker or Danny Amendola. That guy that can go over the middle and will be good for about 80 to 90 or 100 receptions every year. And I really like what Eric Decker brings to this team. I mean, he has good catching traffic, can take hits, a little bit taller, I believe, than Wes Welker, but I think he can play the same role, you know, especially if Hawkins continues to drop passes like that. I really need to find out what I'm going to do with these wide receivers as Tyler Eifert takes in a touchdown, his second of the day so far. But Sanu, I want to keep on this team. AJ, I want to keep on the team. Decker and Hawkins, all I want on this team. But I do want one more big play receiver like AJ Green, tall and fast, you know, as Cordarrelle Patterson is going to take this for a very good return, getting him all the way into Bengals territory to start off the drive. But I have a really good receiving core, you know, outside of Sanu. I don't even know what to say about you, Sanu. But as you guys see, Michael Johnson will get the sack. He has been quiet over the last few weeks, but he really started the season off very, very hot. As you guys see, diving effort by Patterson, and he will not be able to reel it in. And on second down and 10, we're going to try to catch him slipping with the play action, but they are ready for it as Raymond will catch an interception. I don't know why I was even passing the ball in that situation. I had the lead with 2 minutes left, yet I still passed it, and I paid the price for it right there. But Robert Gaithers will get the sack on Matt Castle, taking out his legs, and Matt Castle's back to pass on second down and 20. Gonna find Burton for a first down, and they pick up a new set of downs, and they're gonna go to Leon Hall, and say it with me, guys, no catch in the hallway without a Hall pass. Let's say it one more time. He doesn't understand. None of these quarterbacks understand. No catch in the hallway without a Hall pass. Nonetheless, we will not be able to get a new set of downs, so we will give it right back to the Vikings offense, and they have a chance to take the lead here. So our defense really needs to make a stand. And what a bogus injury. They're going to stop the clock off of an injury timeout, so that leaves them a minute left on the clock. Castle's back to pass, and this very easily could have been picked off by Georgia Loca, but he did not even put his hands up to go for it. And on third down and 10, Castle is back in the pocket. He's going deep, and it will be caught by Wright. Are you kidding me? And yet another injury. You got to be joking me. The Vikings are faking injuries right now. They're going to go to Ellison, and he's going to catch his second touchdown of the day. So they go down, and they lead a drive to take the lead. But the Bengals have 25 seconds and 3 timeouts, and Hawkins going to catch this one, and we're going to burn our first timeout most likely. And on first down and 10 following that play, we're going to be picked off, and it looked like he got his feet down, but they ruled it incomplete, and it will not be reviewed. And we're going to go to Mohamed Sanu. There's a Sanu sighting. He catches the pass over the middle, and that will get us to the 27-yard line. And then we're just going to run it up the middle, or to the right side, actually, and try to center it a little bit with Giovanni Bernard, and we're going to burn our last time out. So if David Bueller perfect on the season, that would not be a good time to end that streak, and he does not. And we are going to overtime. I'm not sure why I didn't go for the end zone at least once, but I didn't really think about the situation. I was just thinking I needed a field goal to win for some reason. But we're going to go to overtime, and we do not win the toss. So our defense has to get a stop. Last time they were out on the field, they allowed a touchdown. So they're going to hand off to Adrian Peterson, who has been pretty much in check, except for those big runs. But there he's going to break loose for a very nice gain, getting them almost to the Bengals territory. And right there, he breaks the single season rushing record that he was chasing last year. But he went ahead and broke it this season, and it had to be on the Cincinnati Bengals. So he's going to get that and more. And then he has another game to play next week. So, wow, he's setting a new record that doesn't seem like it will be broken. But they hit Jerome Simpson over the middle, so it's looking like they're going to get at least a field goal. But Leon Hall catches an interception, and he will take it to the 30-yard line. Once again, people, say it with me. No catch in the hallway without a hall pass. These guys don't understand it. Matt Castle is one of those hard-headed kids who still wants to play catch in the hallway. But the Bengals had the ball back, and they're going to go deep to A.J. Green, and it will be batted down. And on 3rd down and 8, Dalton has to make a play, and he's going to go to Eric Decker, who jukes 2 people. And that will get us into field goal range just like that. Eric Decker is playing tremendously. And we're going to get a 2-yard rush from Giovanni Bernard, getting us down to the 26-yard line. And then on 3rd down and 7, we're going to hand it off to Bernard Scott, who tried to cut it back out to the right side, but that will force a 4th down. And can David Bueller get yet another game-winning field goal? And he does. Eric Decker made a heck of a play, juking 2 players and getting us into field goal range. And that's the type of play that I want to see out of my number 2 receiver. But, you know, a new receiver can never hurt. I may get one in the draft. Andy Dalton had a very nice day outside of the 2 interceptions. Very high completion rating, 20 for 27. Rushing, we did not have a good day at all. I barely rushed it. I mean, he only averaged 2 yards of rush. Green Ellis averaged 3, so we were pretty much in check on the ground all day today. But that will move the Bengals to 12-3, and that will set up a matchup between the Ravens and the Bengals for the leadership of the AFC North. As you guys know, they defeated us earlier in the season by 1 point on a Hail Mary. And if we win, we will split with them and then have 1 game up over them. If they do defeat us, they will sweep us and take the leadership of the AFC North. But I hope you guys are pumped for that matchup. It will be a good one. I hope to see you guys there. I hope you guys enjoyed this nail biter here at Paul Brown Stadium. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys then. Peace.